So I've been thinking about a way to make it a little easier and more convenient to carry spools of different pound test line and spool them, especially on the go, like fish camping and so on. And so a while back I bought this thing, which comes with its own handle that you put your reel on, and this thing, and I think it can be configured for a variety of different applications, but quite frankly I found it kind of cantankerous. Plus you have to take your reel off your rod and this and that. I don't know that that's a big deal, but I just want something that will meet my needs a little bit better and actually store line of moldable pound tests, and also act as something that you can use, to pull line off to spool a reel. And so I just got back from the store, from Walmart and the hardware store, and I got this thing here. This is, I don't know how wide is it? I don't have my ruler handy, but it's less than a foot wide, and it's got a clamp over here. And then so I paid $5 for that at the Walmart. And then this is the typical line I use. So they make something similar to my idea, but it's mainly designed for the skinny little line. But I want to have moldable spools with 4, 6, 8, and 10 pound test in here in my particular case. So I went to the hardware store and I bought this piece of threaded rod. What is that? 1/2 inch, 13 thread, 1 foot long. And I got this spring, which I'm going to be cutting up, which was more economical to buy one long one and cut it up than a bunch of short ones. And I got all these here parts. And I don't know if whether I'll do a whole bunch of updates or whether I'll just show you the final product and then show you how I did it. But I'm going to go out to the workshop. So this was like $15 total. So I've got like $20 total in pieces to make this contraption, and I'm just in the design, experimental stage. But ideally I want to be able to have tension on the spools, that I can adjust the tension, and I want rubber grommets here, and I want them labeled 4 pound, 6 pound, 8 pound, 12 pound, and a way to clip the line so that I can just, whenever I can select a line, get the line out, tie it to the spool, have it automatically tensioned, and just wind on some new line and carry this thing with me when I go traveling for fish camp. So I'll be back and let you know how things are going. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Here's where I've gotten so far. So in order to be able to take the spools out stuff easily without having to put your rod through this thing and so on and figure out how to get the spools out, I made this wooden caddy that fits on the inside. Okay, and my original intention was to have pieces of that long spring in there, and then this would be your tensioner, this wing nut. Problem is that when you spin these things, they tend to, there's friction, and so spinning one can spin the other. If you spin this one, it's not doing it right now, a little bit, you can see that it's causing this wing nut to back off. The other thing I thought about is, if you're providing tension, maybe you need enough tension such that if you had this in there and you were winding, the tension would be so much you'd spill the box over. And if you're sitting in front of the campfire loading line, you want to sit this in front of your camp chair and wind without having this, getting pulled over. So, and the other thing, I would have, instead of cutting a long spring to make short ones, I would have just bought short springs, because when you cut them, the ends don't lie flat against the washers. So I probably will design this so that it does not have a tensioner, that they just flow freely on there. And somewhere, where is it? The other thing I would have done is, instead of just buying a regular wing nut, I would have bought a locking wing nut. This is a locking nut here, but I would have bought a locking wing nut. That way, when you're turning this last one, you're not going to be backing. If you get it on there tight enough, you're not going to be backing off that nut. So, so basically, to reload this, there's a lot of pieces, but your screws come off like that. The rod is just drilled a hole in there and put a washer nut on either side. But you put a washer, spool, washer, spring, washer, another spool, washer, spring, washer, spool, washer, nut. It's not that big of a deal to load. To replace them, load them up. So then this just fits in there, and then the next step will be to drill some holes. And by the way, I only got three to work in there. I probably could sneak 4, but probably, maybe not. If you had the thin ones, and you could set this up for thin ones, you get maybe 5 in there. But need to get drill some holes with some rubber grommets, because you don't want to be abrading your line when you're pulling line out there. But some holes with some rubber grommets, and then you close this thing up, and away you go. By the way, this is a Ozark Trail 11.5-inch marine storage box. Was $4 and something, basically about $5 at the Walmart. And I said the rest of the parts were like 15, but I wouldn't have had to spend that much. I probably wouldn't go with the springs again, maybe just a simple bushing between a spacer, and because that spring was like $5, so you could probably get by with $15 total. And so on. But now I gotta go get some grommets and drill some holes, and I'll be back just like. Okay, I've got this thing done, and the only really change I made in here was to, instead of the springs, I just put in a spacer. And right now I still have a locking nut on there, so that when these turn, they don't unravel or tighten the nut. So there's no real tension on them, but I typically like to provide the tension by feel, so I just hold the line with my fingers while I'm reeling in, so I'm not worried about the lack of tension. And just to make things a little easier, I'll probably get a locking wing nut for that. But obviously this whole thing's removable to replace spools and that kind of thing. Pretty easy to do. And then I took and got some grommets, some rubber grommets. I think I've got an extra one laying here. Oh, where'd it go? I guess not. I had one laying around here. But at any rate, obviously you want to get a grommet where the groove in the center is about the same width of the plastic. And then you get a drill bit, and that's the same diameter as the inside diameter of the groove. Drill your holes and pop those into place. I think those were 64 cents each at the hardware store. And then to hold the line in place, I think you can see the line coming out of the grommet. I took and got some of these Velcro dots. So I put the bristly one, and they're self-adhesive, and stuck that on there. And then I took the soft one of the Velcros, and I took it off and stuck it to a piece of styrene, and then took scissors and cut around it. And so basically there's a piece of styrene that's adhered to the Velcro, and then I painted a number on there representing the different line tests. And so you can just take and pull that off and put your line in there and stick that on, and that'll hold the line in place. And then I made a couple of other ones that I can just throw on the bottom in case I have, let's say, 4-pound or 12-pound, but I typically use 6, 8, or 10. But I made a couple extra for different pound tests that I can just throw in there, and they're there when I need them. So there is my first stab at a portable fishing line spooling caddy. And the only thing I probably would have done different at this point would be to move those grommets up a little higher, because it's a little bit, not terribly, but it's a little bit difficult to thread that through the grommet when the grommet's not above the top of the spools. So I may go ahead and move those up and just put a plug in where these lower ones are and just move those grommets up. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. That's something that I can grab, throw it in with the camping stuff or the whatever, and when it comes time in the field when I need to re-spool, just grab this, select my line, tie it to my spool, wind it on, and be done with it. So I'm sure that there are people out there that can come up with better designs or better modifications of this, and so on. But this is what I came up with on a whim while driving home from work, and it's going to work for me. But you may be able to find some better modifications that work for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.